Good morning, children. Welcome back to today's class. So far, we have finished the 6 lessons. Now, we are going to learn lesson number 7, electricity, current, and its effect. As every time, I'll give you instruction. Once again, I want to remind you that go through all the 6 chapters whenever you get time. Now, coming to lesson number 7, electricity. So, before going into the chapter, we have to learn the definition of the electricity. It's very important. Electricity is a property of matter that results from the presence or movement of electric charge. This is very important, children. Electricity is a property of matter that results from the presence or movement of electric charge. This is the definition. You have to learn it. And when was electricity invented? Before 3000 years by Greeks. They have invented the electricity before 3000 years. And electricity is created by burning fossil fuels. Electricity is created by burning fossil fuels. And the first one who was used the electricity was Benjamin Franklin. Benjamin Franklin. So this is the history of the electricity. Only some few points I have mentioned. This is up to 7th class. This is enough, and you have to go through it, and it's very important. It was invented before 3000 years by Greeks. Now coming to the lesson. Rajesh and Pavani are studying at night time, and the power goes off. Rajesh searches the table desk for torch and the batteries. Yes, if the power is gone, immediately we will search for the torch. Nowadays, we are using the mobile torch. Pavani tries to insert the batteries in the torch. She tries for a few minutes and torch lights up. So, immediately the torch was not light up. She was trying to insert the batteries in the torch. Then, after a few minutes, the torch lights up. Yes, when you want to on the torchlight, what we will do? First, we will insert the batteries in the torchlight. You must be familiar with such a situation. That means you have come across with the situation many times in your home. Pink, do you know how to insert batteries in a torch? Yes. And already in 6th class we have learned it. Plus and minus, both positive and negative, will be there in the batteries. According to that, we will insert the batteries. And in many times, you have seen in your houses. And in class 6 we have learned about the cell, how to insert the cell and how is the cell made up of. Can you make out whether the switch of the torch is working properly? Yes, if it is not working properly, first what you will do? You will check whether the batteries are inserted properly or not. Can you determine whether the bulb in the torch is fused? Yes. By looking at the bulb, we can check it whether it is fused or not. Fused means the filament in the bulb will go off. So by looking at that, we can say the bulb is fused or not. This is all we have studied in the class 6. And you may be having the 6th class textbooks now. So once again go through that lesson. In class 6, you have learned about the torch and how it works. Now let us see what a cell or battery contains. Make your own cell. You will need a few things to make a cell. First, get 2 injection bottles. Then cut 2-3 centimeters long bits of thick copper wire. Use sandpaper to scrape about 1 centimeter of the coating of both ends of the wire. For this is an experiment. Later on when the school reopens, we will do it. But just theory part, I will explain you. Break and open a discharged dry cell and remove its outer metal covering. The outer metal covering of the cell is made up of zinc. Cut 2 millimeters wide and 3 centimeters long zinc strip from zinc plate and a copper strip from a copper plate. For this you need zinc strip as well as a copper strip. Insert the copper strip and zinc strip separately into the rubber caps. Here in this way. Separately we have to insert it. Rubber caps of the injection bottles are shown in the figure number 3. Ensure that the copper strip and zinc strip do not touch each other. They should not touch each other. In that manner we have to insert it. Now take a wire and connect the zinc strip of one bottle with the copper strip of the other bottle. Fill both bottles with sulfuric acid. The both bottles should be filled with sulfuric acid, and both zinc strip of one bottle and the copper strip of another bottle should be connected with a wire. Carefully close the bottles with the caps in which the copper wires and zinc strips are inserted. Your cell is ready. How will you test it? Take on light emitting diode LED. Attach two wires to the two terminals. Touch the wire from one terminal to the copper wire of the first bottle and the wire from the other terminal to the zinc plate of the second bottle. Did the lid light up? In case you have any problem, consult your teacher. Do all the cells contain liquid in them? Let us find out what the batteries in the torches contain. So this is an experiment. If we do practically, it will be better for you. So just this is a theory. How to insert the zinc and copper wire and how to connect they have shown here. And this is the small bulb. Even in the toys you will get it. So already we have done in the classroom last year. So this time after school reopens again we will do it. And don't say that we have not understood it, because this is the theory part, this is not a practical. If you do it practical, then you will be understanding. So now we are going to learn about the batteries and the torches. What does they contain? Take the help of your teacher to cut open a dry cell. What can you see inside it? Observe the chemical components in the dry cell. Inside a dry cell there are certain chemicals which react with one another to produce electric energy. So if you open the dry cell, you can see some zinc. This is called as a zinc. The coating is made with a zinc. So you can see some material. A dry cell consists of a container made up of zinc metal. So the dry cell, the container is made up of a zinc metal. The container also serves as a negative terminal in the center. So both positive and negative terminals are there in the cell. A carbon rod with a metal cap serves as a positive. So in between the broad one in black color is the positive terminal and it is made up of a metal cap. The carbon rod, it is made up of a carbon rod with a metal cap. Carbon is as graphite. Already we have learned in the 5th class also the different types of stones. So this carbon rod acts as a positive terminal and it contains a metal cap. The parts of a cell diagram is also very important. The carbon rod is surrounded by a mixture of carbon particles and a chemical called ammonium chloride. You can see in the picture the surrounding contains ammonium chloride. The cell is sealed from the top. So the inside view of the cell, it contains ammonium chloride, it contains a carbon rod and it is covered with a metal cap. And outer one is made with zinc. The dry cell can supply electric current in a circuit for a certain time. Even the dry cell also it's a supply electric current, but only for a certain time. After that chemicals get exhausted and it cannot be used anymore. So once it is opened or breaked, it will get dry and only for certain period it will work. Then afterwards the chemicals that are present in the battery, in the cell, will get exhausted and it cannot be used anymore. So this is all about the inner view of the cell. What does it contain and what is the definition of the electricity, how to make your own cell. So please don't get confused. Once again you read the chapter. So if it is possible, I will show you the practical also. So this is all for today. Now today you have to pick up the hard words from this page and you have to write one time. The hard words from this page you have to write one time. Thank you.